What's going on today, guys? So today we're going to be hitting a triceps workout. I'm going to show you 5 different exercises that will target each part of the tricep. So continuing on the basic series, we're going to be trying to do as much machine work as possible, just because I said the stabilization muscles aren't there yet. So this will help us build like a good foundation and moving on to the intermediate workout. I'll see you guys in the gym.
Alright, so the first exercise we're going to be hitting today is the close grip bench. This is a fundamental exercise that I feel a lot of people leave out of their workout routine. If you guys want to see like tips on setting up on supports and how to set up the bench and everything on the Smith machine, you can check out my other video on basics to chest. I'm not going to go into that on this one. So I'll just give you guys a few tips. So whenever you're doing close grip bench, if you think about your conventional bench, your grip is, like I said, shoulder width apart and then slightly out. Well, for reference, you can take shoulder width apart and then slightly in. So about like a hand length in. So that's going to target the triceps more. So one quick note before we get started is, like I said before, how the Smith machine has a slant to it, so it follows a fixed path. So the way that we're going to do it is we're going to have it coming closer to our throat this time. We're not going to let it touch our throat, and then it'll be going away. So I'll show you guys in a second. But basically what that does is it keeps constant tension on the triceps. So here's what it looks like. So as you can see, that angle coming up at an angle like this. So the way we're going to face the bench, we're going to have our head down at this end and be pushing up and away from our body. So just to give you guys a reference, this is where it's going to touch on your chest. Alright, we're going to be sticking with the same sets and reps, so we're going to be doing 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps. So I'll show you guys a couple examples of what the form's going to look like. Alright.
I want to be daring, baby, dance the night away. I let my head down if I want. Don't you just get tired chasing fame and being pretty all the time? Doesn't sound like fun. You can do better. Let me show you what a good time.
Since we're already in this position and we already have everything set up, the next exercise we're going to be doing is skull crushers. And don't let the name intimidate you. You know, it sounds kind of scary, but essentially what is going to happen is the bar is going to come down close to your skull. That's why they call it skull crushers, because if you have the weight loaded up, it can potentially crush it. But we have it set up so that it's not going to happen. So it's going to come, you know, that far off of your head or whatever the distance is for you. So I'll show you a slightly different setup with this. So as before, where we were kind of set farther back and it touched like lower down on our chest, we're gonna have to scoot more forward. So you may have to adjust the bench. So I'll show you guys what that looks like. All right, so as you can see, the bar is a lot closer to the end of the bench right here. So as you can see, in line with this. So the thing about the Smith machine is that it's a fixed pass. So you have to adjust the bench in order to get the proper range of motion that you want. So for this, we scooted the bench forward, and now it's going to come close to our skull. So you'll see what that looks like. So just like on the last set, we're going to be doing 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps. So I'll show you guys an example of a couple reps what they look like.
Fun. You can do better. Let me show you what a good time looks like. You can do better, so much better. I don't fit into your box, beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder. I don't fit into your box.
So still staying on the Smith machine, if you guys have watched the chest video, the introduction to chest, basic chest 101, you'll know what's going next. We're going to be doing an incline close grip bench press. So it's going to be essentially the same thing as just a flat bench press, but we're putting it on an incline like we said before. So the same setup will apply for setting the safety support, so it's not going to crush you. So we'll set that up and then we'll get to it. All right, so since we scooted the bench a little bit more forward to do skull crushers, we're going to have to scoot the bench back now, and especially since it's on incline, we have to come back even further. So it's going to touch lower on our chest. And we're still facing the same direction with the bench as before, so the incline will be slanted away from our body. So if this is our head up here, we'll be pressing up and away. So we're constantly loading the triceps, so we never lock out and switch muscle. So just like before, we're going to be doing 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps, and I'll show you guys a couple examples of the form. All right.
I belong to you.
I belong to you.
Do just what you want. You're the one I trust, and I always be around when I need some loving, baby.
Alright, so the next exercise we're going to be doing is the tricep dip. So if you guys have a dip machine at your gym, it's kind of hit or miss. A lot of gyms don't have one. If you don't have one, I'll show you another exercise you can do in a second after this. It's essentially the same thing. So the difference between a tricep dip and a chest dip is there's these handles that will rotate out. So if you have the handles out, that works your chest more, and if you rotate them in, it works your triceps more. Then we're going to be doing the 3 sets of 8 and 12 again. If you guys' gym doesn't have a dip machine, this is a great alternative, and if they don't have this machine, then find a new gym. So I'm going to show you guys, it's the same thing essentially, but what's going to be different about this is you're going to be in like a different position. Alright, so this is what the machine looks like. It looks like a pull-up bar, but there's also, what you're going to see is there's going to be a pad right here. So we're going to adjust that up, and then there'll be some weight on the side that we're going to adjust. So right here is the weight. The more weight you have, the less resistance that you're doing. So your body weight will compensate for that. So just pay attention to that. So if you have less weight, the closer it is to doing body weight. Depending on what your body weight is, you'll have to adjust it. You know, you may not be heavy enough to push that all the way down, so you'll have to adjust it accordingly. So one good thing to do is start with roughly your body weight and then decrease a little bit. So I'll show you what that looks like. All right, so like I said, there's gonna be a pad that's gonna fold out. There's just a pin that holds it in place. It'll automatically slide. So you can see it's locked in. So what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be sitting our knees right here, and then we're gonna be grabbing these handles right here. So like I said, this is tricep, this is chest. You can just see a difference in the form too. So I found a weight. You guys will see how easy it is for me to go down. So you just want to kind of play with it, see what you can comfortably do 8 to 12 reps. So I'm just going to show you guys a couple of like troubleshooting things to find the right weight for you. So here it is. Alright, so that weight was a little bit too heavy. I can definitely go down more. So I'm going to adjust it to a lighter weight, which means it's going to be more close to your body weight. So I tested it out, and this is roughly the weight you guys should be looking for. So you can see how easy I fall down, but it's also easy for me to come back up. So I'll show you a couple of reps from the side of what it looks like. Alright, so for most every exercise I'm going to tell you, you're going to want to do scapular retraction, which if you've seen the chest video, it's essentially retracting your shoulder blades. So you'll see, I'll show you an example right now of what the scapular retraction looks like. But basically, we don't want our weight to be forward and our shoulders be caving in like this, because that's going to target more of the chest. So whenever you're doing triceps, you're going to want your scapular retraction and then your arms pinned back. So here's an example from the side of what it looks like. So like I said, we're going to be doing a set of 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps. So I'll show you guys a couple examples of what they look like. Alright, so the last thing we're going to be doing is the tricep kickback, but we're going to have a supinated grip, which basically, so supinated is when your palms are facing up. So what that's going to do is going to target the last part of the tricep that we need to hit. So I'll show you guys what it's going to look like in a second. Alright, so we're going to start with our palms facing up, supinated grip, and we're going to bend over at roughly 90 degrees. So what you're going to notice is that the rotation is going to go about the elbow joint. So you'll see this should all stay stable, but the only thing that's moving is my forearm. So here's a couple good reps. Alright, so we're going to be doing 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps, just like all the workouts before, and this will be our last workout for the day. Alright, so here we go.
Alright, so that wraps up this tricep workout. If you guys have stayed around this long, I appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe, like, dislike, comment, and I will see you guys in the next one.